Almost 12 months after he assumed his duties as charge d'affaires at the United States Embassy in Timor-Leste, Bruce Begnell sat down with RTTL World News to discuss the embassy's role in Timor-Leste's ASEAN integration and its ongoing development initiatives. Mr. Begnell also addressed the Trump administration's cuts to the United States Global Aid Fund, calling the cuts a realignment of support and claiming they had no local impact. In 2025, the administration shut down foreign aid agency USAID across the world, including Dili, while the $400 million Millennium Challenge Cooperation Program was also terminated in Timor-Leste, leaving multiple projects and organizations, including a significant water and sanitation plan, without vital funding.
What role did the U.S. Embassy play in supporting Timor-Leste's integration into ASEAN last year, and why?
We did it through multiple programs for the years leading up to ASEAN, and then even we're continuing to do so post-accession where there are various programs. For example, we contribute greatly into governance. We provide technical support. And in addition, we conducted a lot of infrastructure build out and also provided expertise in certain areas. Some of the items that you saw included into digital trade, for example.
Last year, the Trump administration made major cuts to the United States Agency for International Development. How have these cuts impacted the U.S. government's support for Timor-Leste?
Okay, so what the administration did was realign support globally. And what it was is it was more to target what could be accomplished. In the case of Timor-Leste, it was realigning our aid packages to address economic resilience, for example, and then also to address certain key critical areas like maternal care and nutrition programs.
What can you say to organizations and individuals impacted by these cuts?
So I don't think there was necessarily an impact if you consider this from past programs. As I mentioned, this is about redirecting to be impactful foreign assistance programs. So for example, our current project in Manufahi, it addresses the new mothers and the young babies that they're raising to ensure that they get adequate care and food.
What ongoing initiatives does the U.S. government provide to support health, education, defense, and security in Timor-Leste?
One of our biggest ones is around law enforcement training. We're trying to greatly enhance the capability of the way law enforcement is conducted within Timor-Leste, working with PNTL, for example. This helps in addition with your ASEAN roadmap. One of the biggest ones, of course, is around just cybersecurity in general. So we are providing assistance for that arena, working closely with other partners to help enhance cyber protections and also to train individuals on how to detect certain activities. A good example that was, for example, the scam center that was detected by PNTL out in Okusi. That was a result of the training that we have provided.
What can you say about the future of the United States bilateral relationship and long-term collaboration with Timor-Leste?
So Timor-Leste is a very important partner to the United States. Timor-Leste provides, especially with their accession to ASEAN, provides regional stability in the Indo-Pacific area. So we have a great interest in supporting the growth and your maturity within the ASEAN organization. We are going to continue to provide support through various programs. For example, we have the U.S. Navy Seabees who come out here and help build infrastructure, and that includes into schools and to medical centers. We are going to continue to strengthen our relationships. A good example of this was last week, our Assistant Secretary for East Asia and Pacific, Ambassador Michael George Desambre, was here in country reaffirming our relationship and building additional relationships on how we can provide that type of support.
The United States will celebrate in 250th anniversary July this year. How do you and the embassy plan to celebrate here in Timor-Leste?
We are taking actually the entire concept of the 250th anniversary to be a year-long event. So this year we've been focusing on something called Freedom 250. We have various efforts underway. One of those is the opening of a center with UMA America, for example. In addition, we are doing additional outreach to other groups. And I'm going to use this as a plug to recommend that Timorese do consider our Waisili and Fulbright programs, and so that gets them to better understand some of the I would say efforts that we do and how they can bring those skills back to help contribute.
Thank you very much for talking with RTTL News.
Thank you very much for having me.